Good morning, Multiverse. Hey there, friends and foes. Welcome to Back of the Cereal Box. I am your host, the prophet of pop culture, John Pica. You can call me Johnny. And in honor of our special guest, I'm sporting the fedora this morning. We are going to be talking the trouble with time travel. We are going to be talking about the Book of Boba Fett. And we are going to be talking about your creative mission with my twin brother, Tony Snipes. And we're going to be doing that right after this.
It's like Coca-Cola, Levi Strauss, Johnny Carson and Mickey Mouse. The first star was James Dean. Elvis Presley, yeah, he's still the king. Some things are only imitatable. You can't beat an original.
Our theme song is performed by the Murdering Crows, written by Jamie Slocum, and you can get more of the Crows on their album Four Bad Crows on Amazon, Google, and Apple Music, wherever you get your digital music. Four Bad Crows by the Murdering Crows. We love them. You love them. Live that Murdering Crow life. So, hey, we got something. Melissa Stetcher sometimes she's in the back room. She's going, I don't know what Johnny's saying sometimes. We want to thank, before we get to our business at hand, our sponsors, Dave Mattingly, Cindy Kep, Crystal Raven Jones. They support us on buymeacoffee.com/cerealboxpod. And speaking of supporting us, Dave Mattingly made a super generous donation that allows my co-hostess with the mostest to upgrade her sound and audio. It's D. Barty. D. Barty, you've got a brand new mic.
I do. Ooh, I can't find the camera. Here we go.
Oh, it's pretty.
It is pretty.
And when you get close to it, you sound so good.
How do I sound?
Oh,
Hello.
Fantastic.
See, my voice is too high, and so when I get close, bad things are happening.
No. You sound great. And we also got you a pair of headphones that she's refusing to wear, but we're going to put it to a vote from the audience. So put them on, D. Does D look like a pro, or does she need to ditch the headphones? Keep in mind, these were a generous gift from a supporter.
Yeah, make me feel guilty. Mm-hmm. We can send them back.
No, we can't, because Dave Mattingly is with us. Nice to see you bundled up warmly. And D. Barty, a.k.a. DT. Huh? Or is that DIT? DJT?
D/T, because it's quote in DT. I don't know.
I don't know what that means. All right. But thank you, Dave.
Probably because it's D/T, so like DT.
Okay. It's D and a bar and T. I get it now. Oh, Dave, you're just too clever for us. D-bar-T. Got it. Well, please welcome in the rest of the crew, the rest of the Fab Four, the queen of hopeful simplicity, Miss Melissa Stetcher.
Good morning.
Melissa D. Barty, and you now have the same microphone.
I was a little jelly. Hers is like shiny.
Yes. Well, I got it specifically because I knew that's what you used, and I wanted to have a consistent sound between the two of you. So you're welcome, D. Barty. And look at that backdrop that Dee's got. All of the cereal that she's not going to eat a spoonful of it. And of course, the 757 Renaissance man, Sean Connors, the voice of noise, the Sultan of Sound. How you doing, Sean?
Really good. Had a interesting week.
Same.
Hey, Johnny, what's up with our background? Where'd it go?
Oh, I like it.
You know,
I would wonder if they do it like that.
Yeah, so make them look like Princess Leia hair buns.
Well, how do I do that?
Put some puffs on them.
Yeah,
wonder
put
if
some
I could-
puffs. Get crafty.
I wonder if I could wrap my hair around it.
Yes, you could. Oh,
You might be into something, D.
oh my God! That's your cue. What did happen to our background? Someone was in our studio messing around. Here we go.
There we go.
Ta-da! There it is. I know what
That's
happened.
I'm here looking at your background going, Sean, no, that's your normal lighting. I don't understand. I'm so confused.
I was too, Melissa.
So guys, we've got a very special guest in the virtual rec room joining us. I'm so excited to welcome this great friend. I call him my twin brother because the family resemblance is uncanny. Please welcome artist extraordinaire, time traveler, and broadcaster, the one, the only, Tony Snipes. Good morning, Tony.
Good morning, all. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, sir.
Welcome to the rec room. Everyone, do you see the familial resemblance?
We got the little goatee action going on there.
We're wearing our fedoras. And yeah, we're going to have a good time this morning. We're going to be talking about time travel. We're going to be talking about Book of Boba Fett. We're going to be talking about your creative mission, because that's something that you're passionate about, Tony. Tell our viewers in 30 seconds who you are, what you do, and what your geek guilty pleasure is.
Okay, Tony Snipes, and I am, what really got me into the whole diesel punk genre is a production I've done on Facebook called the Portsmith Aeroship Building Company. Sean may kind of be familiar with the whole shipyard concept being from the 757, but it is an alternate history look at the shipbuilding history of my hometown of Portsmouth, Virginia. And of course, it's got that diesel punk twist. I've been doing that now on social media for about 4 years and have about almost about 4,000 people hanging out with us every week with the stuff that we do there. It's centered around artwork that I started doing, but just wanted to create a storyline behind it and honor my hometown and the people that work at the shipyards every day.
DBRT, that I know that leads you to a question.
No, it doesn't.
I sent you a prompt. I sent you a very specific question to ask, Tony.
I read it this morning, but I don't remember. What is diesel punk? Is that the question?
That's it.
Oh, I love that mug.
It's
Do you
too
even have
early
a
for
diesel
this.
punk mug, Tony?
What's that?
Do you even have a diesel punk mug?
I do.
Nice. See, welcome to the bowls with handles, friends.
Bowls with handles. I like that.
Tony, I'm coming from one of the mugs.
All right. I'll send you a link. Actually, we'll get together. I'll send you one.
All right.
After we'll get together offline.
So, DBRT, ask the question of Tony again.
What is diesel punk?
Diesel punk is, and I wanted to make sure I use a simplified definition just so everybody can get their arms around it. I like the definition that diesel punk is a method of creativity that combines the historic style of the mid-1910s to about the mid-1950s with elements of sci-fi, fantasy, or even horror.
So
That
here's the
is-
thing, John. You actually introduced me to diesel punk, steampunk, all that, and I love it.
Do you really?
I do. I remember when we were in Wizard World and they had a diesel punk Wizard of Oz, like this artist, and it was amazing. It was amazing, and I loved it because I love the Wizard of Oz too. And I was like,
OMG. Have we found something that
Something she
DBRT loves?
I know, right?
That is awesome. And Tony, how did you get interested in the diesel punk genre?
I actually didn't realize that I had loved what was called diesel punk itself until I came across this guy, John Pica, on Facebook, and saw him wearing the fedora and everything, and had the Big Daddy Cool vibe that was going on, and saw that him and a few of the folks that we started hanging out with on social media, we were into things about World War II and the 40s and the jazz era, tied into the arts and all of that. I said, these are my people. Hey, diesel punk, is this what this is called? Is this what I love? So I kind of discovered through Johnny that it is a thing, and there was more than myself that enjoyed that type of thing.
And for those of you who want more about Diesel Punk, I was the host and creator of the Diesel Punk podcast for almost 11 years, and it is available on iTunes and Spotify and iHeartRadio, so you can go listen to those episodes, and even a couple of episodes with Tony. Very cool. And Melissa just posted the link to facebook.com/Aeroship Guys, I know, Sean, you've been digging into Tony's artwork and his project, and you can probably attest it is some of the coolest stuff you've ever seen.
Yeah. It's one of them things when you first see it, you don't even know what you're looking at. It took me a minute. I knew what I was looking at was dope, but I didn't know what I was looking at, and I just had to kind of take it in for a little bit.
Yeah, I think the Portsmith Aeroship Building Company is maybe the coolest project I've ever seen in my long lifetime.
Oh,
and then being from Portsmouth, there's a lot of the ships and things that I kind of can recognize.
Well, I posted something not too long ago, and I said that, growing up, it was kind of weird. Well, not weird, but it was a normal thing of just growing up, being from 6 until a teenager, and really just almost any day you can go down to the waterfront and see these giant, massive ships just passing by, just like you would see a truck on the highway. And
I took it for granted growing up in this area because we see aircraft carriers on the daily. It's nothing
all the time.
Yeah, submarines. It's nothing.
So just kind of having that with my twisted mind, I knew something was going to come from it. So that's what was the byproduct of it.
Now, while Johnny fumbles around with his chaos of gracefulness, is there a difference? Like in the pop culture community, we hear steampunk, we hear diesel punk. Now, being a fandom of nerding out, and I think I honestly just think looking at things differently is just hot to me. I loved your artwork. I love it when people come in a retro, normal to my mind outfit and cosplay. They're like, I took that but twisted it. Yeah. So it's to you as the artist that you are, is there a difference between steampunk and diesel punk as you communicate outward?
It is, and it is, and Johnny, jump on in on this too. But it's mostly the time frame. It's mostly the era that everything takes place in, because basically with steampunk, it's based on the foundation of it is the Victorian era, and then it has its sci-fi twist, and then it's kind of like the natural progression of that time and that era. If you moved into the 1910s or especially the 1920s, and especially that backdrop of World War II with the 1940s, and still having that sci-fi twist or that fantasy twist. But that's the main difference between those two genres. But because of it being kind of retro futuristic history, there's overlap, and you can be a fan of both. You don't have to be a fan of diesel punk but hate steampunk and vice versa. You love it all, as well as loving Star Wars.
So, Melissa, wait, what was that, D?
I said, you lost me on that one. The Star Wars.
No. We're gonna help you. Listen, Tony and I are going to help you love Star Wars here just in a minute, because we're gonna blow your mind. So the biggest difference, Melissa, between steampunk and diesel punk is that steampunk is largely a literary genre, whereas diesel punk is largely a visual genre. And where steampunk focuses on technology, the technology of steam and steam-powered engines, diesel punk focuses on the style and aesthetics. Where, it's like it's like everything froze in the 1940s, stylistically and aesthetically, but technology kept moving forward. So,
So, have you ever seen Wild Wild West with Will Smith?
Yes.
Yep, that's steampunk.
Absolutely. That's steampunk.
Yeah, love it.
Absolutely.
Love it. That's when I felt, I was like, I don't know what this is, but I love this.
That is steampunk, whereas Captain America: The First Avenger is diesel punk.
Mhm.
Or
Perfect
Indiana
examples.
Jones.
Perfect examples.
You call him Dr. Jones.
Hey, even if you want to get modern, think about the ship that they use in the Avengers, the aircraft carrier that
the
flies.
helicarrier. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, those are all examples of diesel punk, and we could talk about that all day long, and we have, and but hey, I got a question for you, Tony.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a bowl with you this morning? And if you do, what's in the bowl? Because we are called back at the cereal box because I'm of an age where we didn't have iPads or iPhones at the breakfast table on Saturday mornings. In between cartoons and pro wrestling and Godzilla movies, we were reading the back of the cereal box.
I know that era.
Yeah, I know you do. I know you do. And this morning, I've got chocolate caramel Captain Crunch.
Oh, man.
Because last week's Dulce de Leche Cinnamon Toast Crunch
I saw that.
turned me on to the whole caramel cereal thing. So I had to try it. And when I opened this, oh, it smelled like a chocolate cavalcade. So anybody else bring their cereal this morning? And by the way, I have some all over the floor now. If anyone needs some
We
extra.
saw.
Yeah.
Well,
Sean?
I kept it with the cinnamon toast theme since they're trying new things with cinnamon toast crunch.
Yep. So, okay, I almost got this.
Mhm.
Is it good?
I'm about to tell you.
All right.
I like that dry, Sean.
You do.
That's what she said.
That's not what she said.
No, it's not.
You would
no,
never
it's
say
not. Tony, you got anything to share with us this morning? Anything?
I do. I had to put a spin on it because to be with you guys, as Johnny, as you may know, I'm not a morning person, and so here at the yard we had an evening shift. So we had to get these ships out of here, man. So I was burning the midnight oil, getting these vessels out of here. So I have to have a cup of coffee so that I can be pleasant with you guys, and I can't have the cereal and the coffee at the same time. So I went with the cousin of the Kellogg cereal with good old fashioned Pop-Tarts.
Nice.
The cousin of the cereal.
That is perfectly respectable.
That is a cereal accessory.
You brought coffee. That was perfectly acceptable. Like,
Yes.
let's just be honest. You got half of us going, yes, sir. Mhm.
Well, so what flavor Pop-Tarts do you have?
Blueberry.
And is that your favorite?
That is my favorite unless I'm in a chocolate mode.
So what flavor coffee do you have? Do you have just like regular? Or?
I actually went the whole spectrum of trying different flavors. Even went fancy with the Starbucks Keurig versions that they had, and really just came full circle back to some good old fashioned Maxwell House with French vanilla creamer in it. But I was trying all of it. Is that what you? Awesome. Cheers.
Maxwell House, born in my hometown of Nashville, Tennessee. So, Sean, what do we think about the churros?
It's very good, but I have to mute my mic because it's extremely crunchy.
Well, so is Captain Crunch.
But so far, not bad. And I want to see, does it have the same effect? Because last 2 weeks,
the milk
was amazing. The cereal was but the milk was
wait.
incredible.
No. The cereal was amazing, Sean.
I think the cereal was cool. I think the
cereal was amazing.
in cereal form, it was great. No, I enjoyed it. It was great. But the milk that it creates,
The milk was pretty awesome.
man, they could sell that by itself. Just that milk is great.
Hey,
I feel like they have a cereal milk combo coming.
you should
like-
try this
They
one,
should.
John.
They should. It's a great. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining. I loved it, but the
My
milk was
family
even
loves
better.
this.
So
As soon
what
as
about
we-
you, D? Do you
I
love
saw
that?
that.
I've never tried it.
Okay, so wait. First of all, don't put that too far away from you. First of all, chocolate caramel Captain Crunch, I just got to say, is delicious. It does not the chocolate does not overwhelm the Captain Crunch.
Oh,
I don't know what that Captain Crunch flavor is exactly. Kind of this vanilla peanut butter-ish kind of I don't know, but it's really good, right? But sometimes you get these flavors and they overwhelm the base flavor, and this is a perfect balance of the chocolate caramel and the original Captain Crunch. And guys, it's got a maze on the back, and
That's amazing.
we get to meet the different characters from the Captain Crunch universe. Like,
Have you
The street
noticed that Captain Crunch has that same type of flavor as the fortune cookies that you get with your Chinese food?
You might be onto something, sir.
oh my God,
It's the same flavor.
I don't think I had noticed that. So it's an
I don't
Un-
like fortune cookies either.
hey D Barty. So we are going to mix this up just a little bit. Normally, we would do listener comments and new loot and folks commenting. We are going to get to your comments. We are going to get to listener comments. I promise you. But I want to talk about our new loot. Because DBarT has something to show off this week. And by the way, guys, I think I'm going to change the name of this section or this segment from new loot to cool loot. Because sometimes we don't get new stuff, but we rediscover cool stuff.
All right, John, you about to mess it up. So this is my excuse to be able to buy stuff now. So now you're really messing it up. Don't do that. Keep it to new loop. Thank you.
I said I was thinking about it. No decisions made.
He unthought that for you.
Right. And then I could claim it as a tax exemption.
That's right. That's right. So speaking of which, DBarT has a couple of new things. DBarT, you have the brand new microphone. It's the Yeti Snowball, and it looks fantastic. It sounds fantastic. We've got to get you now either a swing arm or another table for you to get it closer to your backdrop, because your backdrop looks fantastic.
Thank you.
And you sound great. Oh my God.
Yeah, this isn't working because I'm having to lean in and
Well, just hold it. Just
I
pick it up and hold it.
All right, look, here's the thing. So you guys know last week I had COVID, right?
Yes.
So I'm like still dizzy and my back is killing me. So leaning in or holding this thing is not working for me this morning.
Well, we're going to fix that for you going forward. It's one step at a time for DBarT. We love it. So that's fantastic. And that was courtesy of a generous donation from our super fan, Dave Mattingly. So thank you, Dave Mattingly. Although DBarT is not sold on the headphones. Put them on again. Let's all see it. The Princess Leia headphones. Look, you look like a pro. You look like a pro broadcaster now.
WKRP in Cincinnati.
Oh,
What? What did you say? I didn't hear you.
WKRP in Cincinnati.
For them to work, D, you've got to plug them in.
I know I don't want to wear them.
just let her have it today, and then we will talk in the back channel and think of other ideas.
Remember, one step at a time.
One small step. Look, she got the microphone and she doesn't feel like dying in bed. So, yay, great job, Dee.
Yeah, give me a break, John. Jeez.
Jeez.
How long have you known me, DBarT?
How long have you known me?
All
right.
Johnny?
So you've got something else behind you on the desk.
Oh, yeah. Ow. My
So
back.
we both got one this morning, and Melissa and Sean, yours are on the way. These are Crunch Cups. So D. Barty, you've got the chocolate toast crunch. Let's demonstrate how these work.
Okay. My kids love this thing, by the way. I couldn't find it. I had to like search and search and search because they took it.
We love that. So
So
there's
it's a
an
screw-on lid.
yeah. So there's an inner cup. There's a screw-on lid, and there's actually two cups. There's an inner cup that the cereal goes in, and you got to be careful because it's a small opening.
And because we've seen you spell cereal already today, so
That's like a theme at our house.
I'm sorry, I'm yelling. My back, man. I never have back pain. It really sucks.
Yeah, coughing incessantly can do that.
I think laying in bed for a week did it, honestly.
That could do it too. So you fill the inner cup,
Well, you got to screw this on first. That's
and then
the
you
trick.
screw the lid on, right?
And then you pour your milk in.
Okay, I
I
know
don't
you
have-
don't have milk, so I'm going to pour some in mine. And you don't need a lot, just a little bit. So here, let me do this so we can see us side by side here, D. So just a little bit of milk, and then you put the inner cup inside and screw it on. And there's a big opening at the top and a little opening for the milk. So, D,
Have you tried it yet?
yes,
Because there's a trick to it.
there is a learning curve. Yes. You want to fill the cup the inner cup as much as you can, and you want to use as little milk as you need because you want it to come out evenly. So then,
Oh, yeah. See, I didn't do that. What I had to do was put my lip here
mhm.
and then dump the cereal in my mouth and then take a drink of the milk. Guess what? My mouth isn't as big as yours.
That's what she said.
But here's the thing. This is fantastic because the milk does not touch the cereal until it hits your mouth.
No soggies.
Okay.
then how are you supposed to get that amazing milk Sean found last weekend? In your mouth? Well, geez, Johnny, just ignore my question. It's fine. Don't talk.
D can answer that question.
I don't know. Yeah, I have like a milk phobia. Like milk grosses me out so bad. I can't even watch you do that.
You can't think about it. You just
I mean, it's bad. I can't do almond milk. I can't. Look, I'll even tell you, and this might be too much information, but whenever I nursed my kids and I had to pump, I couldn't even look at the milk because it grossed me out. And it would come from my body. I just can't even. Yeah, it's just something about milk, man. Ugh.
So I felt about my kids sometimes. I'm like, this came out of me, and sometimes I can't even handle it.
I'm weird. I know. I don't.
You're
I don't
not weird.
understand.
You're you.
I can't do
What would
almond
you
milk.
do?
I can't do. Milk's just gross.
But here's what this is great for. For kids who love cereal, sitting in the living room, watching TV, playing video games. Look, if
That's
you're a
what my
video
kid-
gamer,
That's what my kid did. Look, she plays Roblox, right? And she sat there and she's playing her Roblox, and I look over at her. She's like eating her cereal, drinking her milk, but it works really great in the car for
That's what I
not
was
even
gonna say.
cereal because
Okay.
you can have your little snacks in there, like your little goldfish and your little juice. Works out good too.
wait, goldfish and juice in the. So you're mixing the goldfish and juice and
No,
Okay,
you just don't have two containers.
Kids
So-
have goldfish and apple juice all the time. I don't want to hear it.
So you don't have the juice box that they squeeze and get everywhere. Like and they can reach their hand in because it's big enough for them to reach their hand in, and then they just drink their juice.
Well, it's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome, and it's a great solution for people who love cereal, who want to take it on the go. You know, you're at a convention, you're driving in the car, you're sitting playing video games.
On the way to school.
Yeah. And this was sent to us by the folks at Crunch Cup, and you can get your own at thecrunchcup.com.
And they have different colors. I got the pink one.
Yes. So I love this product. I love this idea. And so Sean and Melissa, you have your own on the way. And when you get them, we'll get your review of them. I have a feeling, Melissa, that it's going to really vibe with you and your hopeful simplicity lifestyle.
Well, we used to have fiddlesticks. Snackies, I think is what they were. They were like a cup with a cup that sat on top. So you could like open the lid and but it had like a stroll. So like you could open the lid, get your snacks out, close the lid, but your liquid was still underneath. And I loved those when my kid was young. But I think this will be great because we're gamers. But it's a hard pass. No, you are not eating and touching my video game controllers. It's like, no. So that might be the solution of I don't ever have to hit pause.
Yeah, and this is one hand. You don't have to lift anything. You don't have, just one hand.
Yeah.
Come on, Sean. That's when you should have said that's what he did.
That's what she said.
Sorry, I was slow.
Now, before we get to my new loot, because I've got something special to show off.
Hey, can I show something else?
No.
Yes. I'll help. I'll drop Johnny out. No, I'm just kidding.
Kick him out. So my brother made this. I just have to show you.
Wow.
Because he's a, I don't know, he does something with robots and tells them what to do. Anyway.
Is that etched glass?
Yes.
Now, does it sit on a lamp? Because if you put that on a base with a light, it'll light up the etching.
Yeah, it would be cool. I don't have all that, but I just thought it was really neat.
That is very cool. That is very neat. Anything else, Dee?
No.
Sean?
All right, milk update. It's good, but it's not as good as last week's milk.
No.
Yeah, last week's milk was dope. But new loot. I've been so excited for this, and I was so glad Dee got here this week. Dee, this for you, baby. Guess what I got?
What'd you get? Did you get a new camera? You did! Oh my gosh! What kind is it? I can't see.
Come on, focus.
I see EOS. What is it?
Show her camera. It's the R6.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so jealous.
I just have a picture of Sean going.
What? But now I can't get any more new loot for the rest of the year.
For the rest of the year?
That blew your budget.
Maybe
That was the budget.
But yeah, I want to do some amazing things with this thing.
I'm so jealous. My mom just got one. Oh, I'm so jealous. I keep trying to talk her into giving me her Mark IV, but she's like, "No, I need it," and I'm like, "Please."
So I've been shooting on like a super small mirrorless, right? So I went from this to this.
Have you used it yet?
I'm going out today. I just got it yesterday. I've been setting it up, but yeah,
it's super fast.
So
yes.
Sean,
hold on. Let me do this for Dee real quick because Dee is gonna appreciate this. You ready? Let me turn my mic up. You ready, Dee?
Ready.
Hold on. Buffer. Hold on. Yeah.
Wow.
How many was that?
At least 100 shots. At least, maybe more.
Now,
Wow.
Sean, get your finger ready on the button because I'm going to ask you a question.
All right.
Hold those two up again.
Size does not matter, Johnny.
Does size matter?
When it comes to a camera, yes.
Yes and no. Depends on the job. It's not the size of the boat, it's how you wiggle the worm. But this is a great camera for just shooting like 1080p video. The M50 is an awesome camera. It's an awesome YouTube camera, but I wanted to get a little bit more creative with my photography side, and this lets me do this. This is a great high bit camera, and it's a professional quality camera.
So, Sean, what camera are you using right now for this broadcast?
M50, the little
Okay.
one. Yeah.
So does that just connect to your laptop and then through StreamYard?
Yep, it's hooked to. I have one of these hooked to my laptop like a webcam, and it's USB.
Okay.
But it's a great streaming camera, great YouTube content. Most of the time, you're not going to stream anything higher than 1080p anyway. When I'm ready for my 4K, I got this beast right here.
So everyone watching, you just got a lesson in YouTube video. Ta-da!
Well, the reason why I use my laptop and not my camera for this is because I use my camera, and I'm going to use it today because I've got 2 photo shoots today.
Yeah, and once I did it like this, I was like, oh my God, I need another camera because I got to keep this like this. So that's how I ended up with 2 M50s, because this is the one I take out. And look, if you look, this is the ones all bent up and then dropped and everything, because this is the outside camera.
So everyone who is watching, now that we've upgraded DBart's audio, our next goal is to upgrade everybody's video.
Everything.
To match the quality, because look at the quality that Sean has. I mean, that's epic. So if you would like to contribute and help us do that, you can do so at buymeacoffee.com/cerealboxpod. The banner is running along the bottom. So your $5 box of cereal gets us closer to that goal. Melissa,
add a little bit more glow.
What are you shaking your head at?
Who the hell's gonna come set that up?
It's not hard.
Well, listen, if we raise enough money from our fans that we can upgrade everybody with a camera like that, we can surely afford to fly Sean to everybody's house to set it up.
And honestly, it's not always the camera. The most important part, though, is the lights. The lights are doing more work than the camera. Lighting is everything.
I need to get a curtain on these freaking windows.
Yeah, we see the reflection off your head.
I know. It's not a reflection. It's just the light.
God, it's good. Through. It's all good, man. It's all good.
I told you they were twins.
I told you we were. You can't tell us apart.
I don't know. You're definitely the Danny DeVito to his Arnold. Oh, come on. Pop culture. It was pretty. Whatever.
I'm so sorry. Melissa left us suddenly. I wonder what happened. She didn't even get to share her new loot.
Oh,
Melissa, you got anything this morning?
Oh, I got something new you can see. No, I don't have anything new. Right, let me check. There's like 8 inches of snow. No, I'm not going anywhere. We had snowmen out front.
That's what Amazon is for.
No. That's not appropriate. Here's what I don't like. We get all this snow and people are like, how come my package hasn't arrived? I'm like, why do you want people to drive out there? Just because you want a pizza? But that's rude. There's still people. That's rude. No, I don't have anything.
Jeff Bezos promised me 2 days. I want my 2 days. My $2.
Well, I wanted to go last because this is going to be a perfect transition for you, Tony. What?
You didn't ask Tony if he had new loot.
Tony, you got any new loot? I'm going to show off my new loot that came from you.
Actually, I do. I got a second webcam because I'm going to do.
Everybody's getting a new webcam. I'm jealous
I got
now.
Little Logitech webcam, and I needed 2 because I'm going to do a kind of like a web show or workshop where I'm going to do an art demo, but still want to talk to the people face to face.
Yeah.
So switching back and forth with the one webcam shooting down on the artwork and another one like this. So.
And by the way, Sean Connors, did you see that StreamYard rolled out an upgrade that allows you to do
multiple
that easier?
cameras. Yeah, multiple cameras. I haven't played with it yet, though. But yeah,
neither have I, because I only have one. But last Friday, I got a text from Tony asking me for my address. And Monday, I received this. Autographed by him. It is the Art of Tony Snipes. And this is all of Tony's awesome diesel punk artwork. Oh my God, I didn't see this one, Tony. Is this this ape? Is there this monkey? Is there a story behind that character?
No story behind it, but for those of us that love classic Planet of the Apes.
Yes.
I mean, I love what they've done with the newer versions, but still just holding on to the classic look and style that we grew up with. That's just a tribute to that. That was just a sketch I did.
I love that. And because it kind of has a Star Wars feel to the jacket. I love it. Speaking of Captain America, there is a Captain America. Nice. And I got to get to, I got to find, a centaur. This is just incredible work.
I'm going to need one of those, please.
The
Tony,
centaur?
I'm coming tomorrow, so I want my cup and a book. Thank you.
Okay. And these fine-looking folks, do these folks have a name, Tony?
They don't. They're just, I was listening to some some real old school jazz, like from the 30s, playing it back in the studio here, and just was inspired. I drew the fella first, and then I said, well, he needs a gal by his side. So I drew her later.
And I think this character might be one of the first characters I saw your artwork of. I want to say that the pilot.
Yeah.
Is this an early one?
Yeah, it is. It's kind of kicked off the whole Portsmith Aeroship company vibe before it was a thing. Just playing around with sketches.
And I think this is the same character.
It's one of them. It's just the test pilots and the ladies that actually work at the yard.
Here's some of the folks that work at the yard.
Oh,
yeah, the Art of Tony Snipes. And where can they get this, Tony?
They can get that on yourcreativemission.com, and you'll see a tab that says book, and you can order it there, and it's got a couple things. It's got a video that shows some of the pages like Johnny had showed, as well as an interview that I did with the local CBS affiliate here in town a couple weeks ago that kind of tells the backstory of how the book came to be. The book is almost like a byproduct of COVID.
So Tony, I have a podcast called the 757 Renaissance Man.
Oh,
and it seems like you are the very definition of a 757 Renaissance man. So after this, we're gonna get up.
Yes.
I need you on my show.
And can I just say that this is a beautiful book, the large format, and I love the cover texture. It feels, I don't know how to describe it. Almost feels like vinyl, but I know it's not.
Yeah.
But it feels sturdy, which is really
I don't even have a coffee table. He gonna make me go out and buy a coffee table so I can put the book on the coffee table
book. Yeah.
This is a phenomenal coffee table book. And let me tell you what, if you get this, Sean, oh, look at this guy. One Creepy Night is the name of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see me commissioning some work from you, sir.
Yeah.
Awesome. Sounds good.
If you get into this book, you're gonna go down the rabbit hole of diesel punk, and you're gonna want more and more and more. And
that's what she said.
So that's my new loot. I'm so excited to have this. And I appreciate it, Tony. Thank you so much for sending it to me.
Thank you for all you've done to just kind of bring folks together with pop culture.
Well, I appreciate it.
Here's
Now,
you, sir.
Thank you. So, Tony, you are here as our special guest because you are a virtual time traveler through your art and creativity. And I just thought it would be kind of cool to ask the question, in your opinion, what is the main problem with time travel?
The main problem with time travel, I've always thought it's kind of like if you're working like 2 or 3 jobs and trying to keep up with everything. Because one main problem with time travel, well, let's look at it in 2 ways. If you're traveling and you get stuck where you end up time-wise, then it's not as bad. I mean, you're stuck, you're there, but you either just decide, okay, well, here I am. It's almost like being in another country. I'm here, I'm not going back, so let me just go ahead and fit in and figure this thing out. But if you are a time commuter, where you're commuting back and forth from one time to another, kind of like what I do, then the whole thing is like, let me keep up and let me make sure that while I'm in the 1940s, they don't ask me, what's wrong with your watch and why doesn't it have any arms? Like, hey, don't worry about that. Look at that over there. So trying to keep up with the 2 cultures I think is the key problem with time travel. And don't run into your grandparents.
So this is not going to surprise anybody. I consider myself a time traveler. Through art and literature, I travel back in time on a daily basis. But I do believe in literal time travel. And there is some pretty convincing photographic and video evidence of time travelers. And I think one of them, Tony, looks like they're working at the Portsmith shipbuilding company. I've seen some people in some of those old photos, not just the ones that you've posted, but from newspaper articles and whatnot of people, carrying cell phones, wearing modern contemporary Ray-Bans.
Yeah, I've seen those. I've seen those, and it's kind of like, oh, I caught you.
DBRT, you have a look on your face like you're a little bit dubious of the whole time travel premise.
I don't know what that means.
Do you believe that there are time travelers among us and that people have traveled back from the future to the present?
No.
Why not?
Honestly, I've never given it that much thought. So.
Well, I'm asking you to give it thought now.
She's not to the bottom of
that
cup
no.
Melissa, what about you?
I like Quantum Leap watch growing up. I don't know. It's just like the other things. It's like I don't have the headspace to fall into fandoms that aren't in my immediate grasp. I'm not going to argue with you one way or the other. If you want to believe in it, do it. If you time travel here to be a complete a-hole, then I don't like you. Go back to your space. But other than that, do you? Now, I do love the era that is mentioned because Mary Jane's shoes are life for me. Oh my gosh, the outfits. How cute would I look? But other than that, that's all I got.
Sean?
Well, I was lucky enough to grow up across the street from a gentleman that owned a DeLorean. So my whole childhood, you couldn't tell me that time travel wasn't real. So, yeah, I'm a little biased based upon that.
Johnny, I've had a couple of kind of like mentors in my life, especially like when I was a teenager. And, that when I was straddling the fence of what I didn't need to do, and they stepped in to say, you know what, you need to focus on this positive thing. And I believe at least one, if not 2 of those guys were time travelers from the future because they knew what I was supposed to do that was positive stuff. Mm-hmm. And they came back in time just to make sure that I didn't mess up so that the timeline wouldn't fall off track, and I could do the hopefully positive things that they knew I was supposed to do in the first place. So
Okay, I
watch
have a
those,
follow-up question.
watch those mysterious mentors that you never know where they live, but they always kind of get a chance to hang out with you, and they're always pushing you to do those positive things. They might be a time traveler.
I love that idea.
Okay,
Melissa,
so
you had a question?
Could your time travelers that told you drugs are bad, Tony, don't do them, could those be kind of like your belief system, like your guidance? Like, so could time travelers in a sense also be considered like your religious guider?
Angels.
I kind of thought along that line of angels. The angels kind of do that thing. They're those guides that send messages, and they kind of keep you on the, if you follow the guidance, they keep you on the straight and narrow. Especially
and if you think about
the
it,
purpose that you have.
Angels are supposed to be eternal too, so they will be time traveling.
Right, they're not bound by the parameters of time.
I could get behind that. Because I think there's spirits that we may or may not be at the liberty to see, but I definitely think they're going, no, don't do that again. Yeah, I definitely think that. Thanks, Tony.
I am convinced that Matt Groening is a time traveler. DBRT, do you know who we're talking about? The creator of The Simpsons. Because there are so many episodes of The Simpsons that literally years in advance predict the future.
Yeah, you might have me on that one.
All right, so we got a bunch of comments here, and I want to. Golly, we got a bunch of comments. So, Phoenix Sisters, Kelly Gettner says, "Love the hat, Melissa. My husband is a Ravenclaw too." I'm a Hufflepuff.
Probably Kelly. Well, no doubt you are. I have a coffee server today. He's actually using my Ravenclaw mug.
Woohoo! Sean, what house are you?
House of Pain. Jump around.
Jump up and get down. Jump.
And Dave Mattingly says, cereal on the floor. My name is Roomba, and I'll be your waiter this morning. And Pop-Tarts are the pizza of cereal. Oh, my gosh. That is so true.
Oh,
the pizza of cereals. Yes. I love that.
Then what's that make a toaster strudel? Don't you have to toast the toaster strudel and pizzas are...
Yeah, but that's fancy. You got to eat that with your pinky up.
That's the bougie.
Okay. I don't do bougie.
I do.
Dave says you can call it corn. The back of the box calls it maize. Oh, that's way too clever for most of our viewers, Dave.
Hold on. I'm slow. Hold on. There we go.
And Curious Idealist, Angel Love, I think she's talking about the Crunch Cup. I think my mind was just blown.
Probably. Betty would love that, Angel. Just saying, my little buddy needs one.
D. You could, of course, strap the microphone to your face with a big rubber band.
That sounds inappropriate.
Do you see this? No rubber bands near this, please. Thanks.
And Dave Mattingly says the Crunch Cup is like a bird feeder with milk.
A nerd feeder.
A nerd feeder. Oh, I love it. I love it. Hey, Crunch Cup people, let's do a special back of the cereal box branded cup and call it the nerd feeder.
How come you weren't a bigger screen for that?
What's that?
You should have been at the bigger screen when you did that. Tony could do it too. But
hey, Crunch Cup, let's do a back of the cereal box branded cup and call it the nerd feeder.
You see how Johnny just came back from the future and did that? You see that? You see that?
Time travel.
That's right. A curious idealist Angel Love says, I need a crunch cup in my life. My hubby laughs at me because I'll sit down with 1 cup of cereal and 1 cup of milk. Yes, this solves all your problems, Angel Love. Unfortunately, right now, they're out of stock. They are sold out. But they will have more. They'll make more. Buy all you want. They'll make more. Dave Mattingly says, an important safety video for the proper way to drink from a cup. Well, we can't post that link, Dave, but we will watch that later on. I'm sure it will make us laugh until we wet ourselves. Crunch Cup giveaway. So that's on the way, Curious Idealist. We're not at the place that we can do that yet.
I think Angel's upset because she didn't get that hoodie.
Yeah, Dave, get on that.
Next goal is 6 million vidcasters. Yeah, we would, yes. Help us get there. Yeah, that would be awesome. I thought those spots were part of your robe. No, it's the light shining through the blinds. And so it just...
Oh my God.
Dave Mattingly says, Tony's Diesel Punk Ape looks like he's ready to drop a new rap album. That's funny. And get that book here at yourcreativemission.com/sketchbook.
And it's like, I was looking at that and I'm just like, shoot, that's affordable for everybody. I'm so excited. And that monkey you shared earlier, I follow. There's another artist I do, and they did a twist, like it's the Dark Side of Oz. And your steampunk looks very similar to their Flying Monkeys twist. And I'm like, oh my God, my coffee table will be nerdtastic.
And Dave also says, we all time travel through memory and imagination. And that's right. So even if you don't believe in literal time travel, there is time travel through memory and imagination. D. Barty, you see dead people every day through your memory. Those people don't exist anymore, or the pictures on your wall. Every time you look at a picture that was taken in the past, you're time traveling to that moment in time. She's not buying it. Angel
Well,
Love.
I mean, so yeah, last Thursday was the anniversary of my grandfather's death. So it, I don't want to think about it.
Angel Love would like someone to go back to the 50s, 60s, 70s and buy a bunch of pairs of bell bottoms, please.
No, Angel. You got to let it go, baby girl.
Stop
Girl,
giving
just go to
away all
Goodwill.
my
They're full of
angel
them.
secrets. Oh, Kelly has reminded me, don't forget the winners of the Multiverse Fundraiser sweepstakes. Kelly, I did almost forget. We'll announce those before the end of the show. So stick around to find out if you won our giveaway. And last but not least, I am upset because I didn't get that hoodie. Melissa gets me.
Who sneezed?
My son.
Oh
Like
my
I
God.
heard it, but I didn't see
It was a
anybody.
anybody.
sneeze from the future.
I don't know if you guys don't follow Sean, you need to, because he shares his kids, and I'm like, I don't even know these kids, but I love these kids. Was it your son reading earlier this week that you shared something, and I'm like, that daddy's doing it right. I was so excited. Squirrel. John, do we still have that puzzle sponsor too? Because I forgot to write down the code.
We do. And I forgot to post that up when we were doing New Loot. Thank you for the reminder. It is
It's my birthday month,
Unidragon Puzzles. Go to unidragon.com, promo code Cereal Box Podcast. You get 10% off your first order. And this picture of this tiger, and it is the year of the tiger, is one of the puzzles from Unidragon. They are gorgeous.
That's
oh my
beautiful.
God, they are beautiful.
That is beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. My birthday is the end of the month, and I like
What day?
the cow one and the
Hold on. What day?
the bird one is the 27th. I know
Oh,
Sean's
okay.
birthday is this month too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I
24th.
put it in my calendar.
Yep.
So the 24th and the 27th?
Yes.
Yeah. So I will be accepting either the owl one. It's a little too blue for me, but I love owls. Or there's the colorful parrot bird looking one that's on a bench. I will accept either of those with Zero Wax Pod discount code.
So Saturday the 26th is going to be the Dee and Melissa birthday party show.
Okay, but Sean's birthday is. You missed these. You're about a month and a half late.
I'm sorry, Sean and Melissa's birthday party show.
He never recognizes my birthday because his birthday is in the same month, and so I don't matter.
No, I talked about it all throughout December, how it was your birth month, just like mine. And I even said happy birthday to you on air Christmas morning when you said you were going to be on with me, and then you changed your mind because I got 5 kids and 2 dogs.
You would have not liked the way I looked Christmas morning. It was bad.
It's funny. All right. So, Tony, one of the things I wanted to just mention, and we're running out of time. We're not going to be able to talk about Book of Boba Fett, I don't think, except that. D. Barty,
What?
you said that you love Diesel Punk. Star Wars, in my opinion, and I think Tony agrees, is great Diesel Punk because all of the Star Wars aesthetic is inspired by the science fiction of the 30s, 40s, and 50s. And especially, oh my gosh, the last couple of episodes of the Book of Boba Fett, chapter 5, with that Naboo starfighter and them, modding it out to look like a.
Okay, stop! I just renewed my Disney Plus. Thank you, because of peer pressure. Because of peer pressure, I got my. So stop! I'm
You could have
only
used
in
mine,
episode
Sean.
1.
I would have let you.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, okay. So we won't give. We'll try not to do any spoilers. But Melissa, have you gotten to catch up on Book of Boba Fett?
No, I have not.
Let me just say,
You're gonna love it.
I have.
Have you really?
Yeah.
And you didn't fall asleep?
That's why I had to do it. I was like, D stayed up. I gotta renew my Disney Plus.
Well, so my husband was beside me explaining things to me, so that was very helpful too.
Yeah, see, when I watch things like that, my 13-year-old sits next to me and explains things to me, and I have about a 5-second tolerance for that. And I'm like, no, we're done. I don't know what just happened because I don't know.
Well, Tony, would you agree that episode 6, no spoilers, is the most Star Wars ever made?
Yes, absolutely. So I was actually sitting right in here watching it and was like, oh, this is cool. Yes.
Listen, there was one part at the beginning.
I'm ready to drop him off if I need to, Sean. I'm ready.
I literally was like,
okay, maybe I'm not all caught up because I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Yes.
Well, it was this past episode this week.
I thought I watched it. Maybe I didn't. Give me a hint.
I can't without spoiling it for Sean. All I can say it was the most Star Wars ever until we get to next episode.
But I don't
we get
know
to
what
see
that means.
Yeah, she's not as invested emotionally as you.
I know, but I can't say it without spoiling it for
I'm
Sean.
gonna try to be caught up by next week. I will
not be caught up by next week.
Damn
it.
Well, next week
gonna be
we're
here
gonna
next
get to
week.
see Boba Fett riding the Rancor.
Nice.
Oh.
What is that?
I can't tell you without spoiling it for Sean. The Rancor. Danny Trejo. Danny frickin' Trejo.
So is this last episode the you know what I'm talking about?
No. Yes. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'll say yes.
Like the crossover?
The crossover.
Was
Yeah,
that
yeah.
the last episode?
Yeah, I guess, kind of, maybe.
Yeah, because they've been, pulling some. It's almost like cueing that crossover and cueing that crossover, and then they started making it more. They increased the intensity of the crossover. This last episode, it was like at its peak.
Yes. Okay.
We're like cue everybody, cue all of them.
Okay, we can put this post up without spoiling anything. Is Levitate Frog a required course for Jedi, or is an elective? And the Rancor is Cliff the Big Red Dog for Boba Fett.
Yes.
That is excellent, Dave.
That is excellent. Yes.
Yeah, I love that. Well, we'll talk more about it next week after Sean gets caught up.
But be here.
You won't be here?
No, because I'm gonna be caught up by next week.
Come on, if I can do it, you can do it. And I'm running a podcast channel, so I know you can do it.
You know
No,
what?
we got a
started
sexy
watching-
voice contest. That's 3 days screwed for me
Just
right
pull
there.
an all-nighter.
Just pulling all that. Okay, send coffee. Buymeacoffee.com.
The episodes are bite-sized, so they're kind of
they're
they're bite-sized episodes.
Yeah, they're not that long.
No, they're not that long.
Unlike Yellowstone, which I've started watching. I jumped on that bandwagon.
Okay, don't tell me a lot, but tell somebody else. I've had a couple people recommend, how are you not watching that yet? And I'm like, how am I only one person? I don't know. Split me up. So do I need to watch Yellowstone, D?
Yes. So I'm really big on I can't do a lot of gore.
Amazingly, the mic got closer.
Yes.
I love it when she gets excited. She
But
picked
it's
it
like
up.
it's a great storyline without a whole lot of gore. There's a lot of cussing, which doesn't bother me, but
And a lot of nudity, isn't there?
There's a little. It's not a lot.
I mean, I watch Witcher, so nudity's
You
not
can
going
see
to be a problem.
boobs and stuff, but that's about it.
Okay.
Unlike I watch and just like that, which is like the Sex and the City
Oh no.
continuation. Yeah, there's a lot of nudity in that. A lot of
All
male.
right, hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was the name of that show?
Note of.
Here's the pin.
Well,
ones
hey,
who
let me
like-
just. I want to
You're
say
like,
this
oh
for.
my.
I want to say this for people who have been dogging Book of Boba Fett.
Oh, you gotta let it go. You give
No.
your
I
haters too much
want
power.
to say this. I want to put it in perspective for some
Mhm.
people. You got to think of this show as part of the total Mandalorian saga. If you're coming into it thinking it's a standalone show on its own, I think that's the wrong attitude to have. After Mandalorian season 3, we'll have four chapters of this saga that we will call the Mandalorian saga. And I think that's the way to look at it.
Hey, look, I really enjoy Mandalorian Book of Boba Fett because I can understand most of it because it is short and it keeps my attention. And when I have questions, I can pause it and be like, what does that mean? And my Star Wars geek husband can explain it to me.
I
he's a
think
closet
someone that
nerd.
doesn't even have to have the background of the familiarity with Star Wars can go right into it and still enjoy it.
Yeah, but he's like John, and he's like, oh my gosh, they're pulling from blah, 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 blah. And I'm like,
Yeah, of course.
I'm good. Like, can we continue watching this, please? Because I don't even know that.
I think the folks that are like the ones that don't have the background will probably enjoy it the most, because those of us that grew up with the background of Star Wars, we're the ones that are like, wait a minute, why are you going in this direction? So you coming in cold, you'll probably have the better experience.
That's probably true.
Mhm.
Probably.
I don't know, because I've seen the Star Wars movies, and I watched Mandalorian, and I get the concept of if you've got the background and you're like, hold on, how does that align with everything else that's already in my head? But I am such a character individually based appreciator
Mm-hmm.
that like I like The Mandalorian because I was like, oh, now I get to deep dive into this person's individual story. So I
Right.
think I didn't like trigger any of those. I was like, well, how does this relate? But if I do hear one more person say Baby Yoda, I'm gonna smack person. But anyway, but it's like use his name. But that's I think depending
his
on
name
your
didn't
level
come
of
along till the end, closer to the end of the season. So you got to give him a
Season
break.
2.
Yeah, see.
I will say, and I don't want to beleaguer the topic, but I will say that some of us, now I haven't been one, Johnny, that dogged the episode, but I kind of poked at it because all of us had an expectation of the story of the character because he is Boba Fett, and it didn't go in that direction that we actually were expecting.
There's
Let
a lot
me just
of
say this. My reason why I think it is because the Mandalorian storyline was actually supposed to be Boba Fett, and then somewhere in there, in the boardroom, they said, you know what, this is going well. Let's go ahead and bring in Boba Fett, and then how do we do these two storylines? I bet that had something to do with it behind the scenes.
It could, but I think the main thing, and I talk about this a lot, is fan expectation and delivery. With Boba Fett in particular, there's a huge like fan headcanon around this character that is not based in any movie material, really. Because in Empire Strikes Back, he just stands around and is, just kind of there. And then in Return of the Jedi, he gets taken out like a punk. But fans have believed that he's this awesome, badass warrior. And I believe that probably he was at one point. But this whole series is about him reinventing his life, reclaiming his life, and becoming something new and something different, and establishing a new status quo. And the layers that we get to pull back, and we get to see, this character development and this character arc and this new hero's journey for a new status quo, I just love.
I do love that. But what they teased over the years with Boba Fett being a bad mamma jamma, we wanted more, and they knew we wanted more, and they launched The Mandalorian, which could have been, should have been maybe Boba Fett, and we got our fix of, okay, I want more of what Boba Fett introduced. We got it with The Mandalorian when that first rolled out. Then they bring in the true character that ushered it in, and we're like, okay, well, we're expecting to see at least a little bit of what we thought about that. Didn't really get it, and we saw the, let's get to see the humanized factor of it, which I appreciate, but we really were expecting that to be ushered in by the guy that, introduced it from the very beginning. But I get it. I'm just saying that's why we have the controversy that we have, because The Mandalorian, I think, was supposed to be Boba Fett in the first place.
How do we shift the expectations of, you haven't even seen the finished project yet? Like, right? It's still releasing. So how do we shift the expectations of, like, hold your freaking tootsies for a minute and then complain when, they woke up from a dream at the end? Then you can complain.
I think a good storyteller should know that the expectation of my audience, what that expectation is going to be. And if they don't cater to that from the very beginning, then they'll get all of the, and I'm not going to call it backlash, because even though it looks like backlash, everybody's watching it, no matter what they say about it. So behind the scenes, the folks that launched this thing are still going, yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hit. Everybody's watching.
It's in the news.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. And I'm going to close us with a question here for you, Tony, in just a minute. But before I do that, I have been scolded that I have not announced the winners for the Multiverse Fundraiser yet. And so I am going to do that right now. So for those of you who don't know, 2 weeks ago, we hosted the Multiverse Fundraiser, which was a fundraiser for Valerie Perrine, who played Miss Tessmacher in Superman the movie. She's struggling with Parkinson's, has a ton of medical bills, and we as a community got together. We held 3 days of nonstop programming. We had interviews with Noah Wiley. We had Sarah Douglas, who played Ursa from Superman 2 on. We had Willow Rose, a multi-million copy author. And it was awesome. Awesome. But everyone who made the donation got entered to win 3 prize packages. And so we're going to announce those right now. And everybody, even our broadcast team, was eligible to enter because it was based on your donations. It wasn't based on a random thing. It was just based on people who donated. And then from the donations, we drew a random winner. So third place went to our very own Keisha Acuff. Yay, Keisha. Second place went to Allison Callahan. And the first place winner, who got the big prize pack, is, drum roll please, Steven Fisher. So we will be in touch with you guys who won. Sorry, Angel Love. We will be in touch with the winners, and we'll give instructions on how you can collect the prizes and get those. So, ta-da! Now, Tony, I have one last question before we start signing off for you.
Yes, sir.
I want to talk about creative missions. And, I was thinking about this a lot this week. And that's the title of your website, Your Creative Mission. Mm-hmm. You've been dedicated to helping creatives unlock their potential, unlock their creativity, turn it into an income, into a career. Mm-hmm. And someone who is looking to become a revenue-generating creative, what is the one piece of advice you would give to them?
I think they want to take a look at a couple things. First of all, look at what they have a passion for, that thing that they would do that they can't stop doing. And like, for example, with me, drawing, no matter what happens, if I get put into an assisted living facility after this whole thing is all over, give me a piece of paper and a pencil, because I'm still going to be able to draw until I can't do it anymore. But whatever they have a passion for. And then look at that thing that people have said, not only that they have said, but people have said that they can be the best at. With those two things combined, but that third thing is to look at what do they feel people would be willing to buy or invest in. That's what determines it being a hobby versus something that can generate viable revenue. And keep the hobbies and everything, but if you're like me, a lot of us have limited time because we've got, family, we've got careers and everything. But if we at least take that thing that we're passionate about, that thing we're good at, and at least see that out of all of these things I love doing, this is the one that people keep saying that, hey, I want more of this, I'm willing to pay for it, then hone in on that. Even if this other thing is the thing that you really would love for everybody to buy and all that, but nobody's biting. But they're biting at this one, and you still have a passion for that one, and you do it well, set this one over here to the side. Don't get rid of it. Set it to the side for a moment, but hone in on the one that people are raising their hand. They keep saying, take my money, give me more. Hone in on that one, and that's where I think that, and that with us being creatives and entrepreneurs and all of that, we have a tendency to have that ADHD where we're all over the place. But if we really want to make the time count, then just focus on that one where the people are saying, I want more. Spend a year on it. And that's my recommendation.
That's awesome.
Especially give it a year.
And what would you say to someone who has a project that they've been investing in, working on for a long time, and they've come to the realization that maybe it's time to set that aside, time to leave it, time to end that. Like for me, I ended a podcast after 10 years. It was difficult, but I had to say, you know what? It's okay to move on to a new season of my life, a new part of my career. It's okay to leave that behind. I don't owe it to anybody to continue doing it. I don't owe it to the fans. It's time to go to a new thing. What would you say to someone who's struggling with that?
I say they want to open up to doing that. And here's the example of why it's okay to do that. I've been blessed to be able to work in the corporate world in the media business with newspapers and with TV. And so I've seen both of those entities have creative projects, whether it was a newspaper that was doing special publications, and with the TV industry having special TV shows or segments. And one thing I learned by just kind of watching these guys, they had creative projects like we do, but they aren't so connected to it where they will hold on to it and they realize that, guys, this isn't productive, but I still got to do it. They're willing, they take a look at it and they say, okay, is this something that the people really want? And if it's yes, keep on going. And if it's no, or we're really not sure, then they say, okay, let's let it go and move on to the next one. And when I sat back and watched corporate people that have been doing this for decades, the aha moment was us creatives that have these same little projects, we're holding on too tight. And when we hold on too tight, then we don't let go to pick up the one that people really are waiting for. And the time traveler in me is the one that says, goes here to the present and let them know, let that thing go, because this thing that's going to make you, hit the big time, if you don't let this go, then you will never launch that thing that's going to make it for you. And so you got to be able to let it go. People do it all the time with the movies, with the publishers that show that you want it to keep on going. For some reason, they didn't pick it up. It's okay. They do it all the time. We need to do the same thing.
Yes. He just said, declutter the shit that's not serving you right now. That's what he just said. Declutter that crap. Thank you, Tony. I love it. I love it. Tony's my new bestie. Sorry, Johnny, I tapped in.
Hey, man. I fell in love with this guy the moment I met him, and we've been buddies ever since, and that's why.
Him and I will get you to declutter that head crap of yours.
Oh, listen.
Oh, it got personal. Shots fired.
See, that's because Melissa thinks that I have too much swirling going on. Listen, I've got 4 main projects out of the thousands that go through my head all day long.
Oh, we just need to declutter that thousands so you can focus your productive energy on those 4 and watch it soar. I rhymed.
Bars.
But that's actually kind of where my book came from, because all those sketches, most of those sketches tie into several different project ideas. Because that first chapter you'll see is called The War Years, Johnny, and that's that's actually the sketches that tie into the Portsmouth Aeroship building company. But there's several other different sketches that tie into several other projects that haven't made it yet. But the Portsmouth one is the one that the people were saying, "Give me more," and that was actually unexpected to me. But I said, as I was praying, Lord, show me what you want me to focus on, and I was trying to push this one, but He kept saying, look at this. People are saying, give me more. So I started doing that. But what I didn't do, I didn't throw away all of the other stuff. And that's where I save those sketches in a folder. It's about 7 years worth of ideas and projects. And I said, you know what, let me kind of do what I see other artists doing, where they may not take that project to see the light of day, but they said, you know what, let me put it in a book and make that a product within itself.
Well, because you got people who are coming on through the Portsmouth Aeroship Building Company. They've gotten turned on to your work. They love what you're doing, and they've gotten connected with you as a brand and as an individual. And now they want to see other pieces, other sides of who you are. And that's what this book, The Art of Tony Snipes, can do. Beautiful, fantastic. Get it at Your Creative Vision
Mission. YourCreativeMission.com.
That's what I meant. YourCreativeMission.com. Hey, don't contradict me.
I'm coming to
Don't
get mine in
contradict me in
person.
public.
I'm coming to get mine in person.
That's awesome. All right, guys, we are way over time. This show just keeps getting longer and longer. And I didn't even use the spin wheel, Melissa. We didn't even squirrel. We just had so much fun.
I'm okay not using that wheel. That tick, 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 tick.
But see, Dee loves it.
Well,
it was fun live.
We'll find a compromise between Dee and I. Just pour the coffee. It's fine.
Well, I think here's what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna keep
coffee.
it as a prop in the back. You can't see it. It's right there. We're gonna keep it as a prop here in the rec room, and we're only going to use it for our live on location episodes when we go to conventions.
It was fun live. I don't know about here, but it was fun live.
It was another distraction live for Johnny. No. Here it was. You can lie all day long.
No, because I took all of the things that were on the outline and I put them on the wheel. But instead of going in a set order, we spun the wheel and we let the wheel decide which segment we were going to do next.
And can I just say, we didn't even need the wheel. And look how amazing the conversation has been.
Yes,
it's more fun live.
But you know what? Sometimes you got to try new stuff.
It's more fun live.
Spin the wheel.
That's what she said.
Sean.
I love you.
All right. So Kelly says the final donation amount of the Multiverse Fundraiser was $570. It's not quite the goal, so you can still donate to the GoFundMe. And I don't have the address for the GoFundMe for Valerie Perrine. If you do a search for her name, and it's spelled Perrine, you will find the GoFundMe campaign. And that's organized by somebody else, Stacy Slater, who is a documentary filmmaker. So you can find that and donate to Valerie's struggle with Parkinson and her medical bills. All right, guys, we got to go. We're almost 30 minutes over time. And I know Dee Barty has 5 kids and 2 dogs that I got to go take care of.
Yeah, one day she's going to be really annoyed with you and just stop showing up and be like, hey, you remember that one time? You should have just
this
stopped.
Morning was almost it. I logged on before you got here and I was like, don't start with me today, John. Today's not the day.
But you know, I only tease you because I love you.
Don't care. Don't like it.
Dee, what do you got going on? Where can people find you?
Here.
Barty photography.
dbartyphoto.com or Instagram dbartyphoto or Facebook just dbarty.
See, I'm gonna do this for you, Dee. Hold on. It's dbartyphoto on Instagram.
Yeah, but I also have a website which has a lot more on it than Instagram.
Okay, so what is that? Dbarty Photography?
No, it's dbartyphoto.com. Very easy.
Well, okay. I'm helping you here for a minute. You're gonna love this. You're gonna love what I just did. So maybe if I can get it to do it.
This is entertaining.
Okay. The awkward silence.
See? Oh no, it's B. Wait, hold up. That's wrong. Hold on.
I'm gonna help you, Dee.
No.
I hit the wrong letter.
My Lord. Dee, if you feel comfy.
There we go. Dbarty Photo.
If you want to share pictures of your space with me, Dee, like that whole space, I can see, like, I can try to do a layout of if we can shift things a little bit so you don't have to, like, with your microphone and your chair and so you can be comfortable. If you want to, offline, obviously, but the organizer in me came out. Sorry.
I don't know what you're saying, but yeah.
Okay. Oh, a message.
Speaking of which, everybody go to hopefulsimplicity.com. And what do you got going on this week, Melissa? Any workshops, any classes, any
No, we're just we're getting people enrolled for the membership. So it's a 12-week program. You get to meet with me, and I think I'm limiting the space to 10. We're going to meet live every other week and actually work together. And then there's an accountability group to communicate in and to email off on the off weeks. So it's a 12-week program, and right now we have the launch special, so it's only $125 for the whole program. So. And it's all at hopefulsimplicity.com.
That's awesome. Sean, besides going to visit Tony in person this weekend, what do you got going on?
Of course, it's always 757renaissanceman.com and lvadtalk.com. But right now, I'm most busiest with the C4 Challenge. Content Creators of Color. We're doing our 30-day podcast episode challenge where our podcasters of color get together and we make episodes every day for the month of February, which also happens to be Black History Month. So check it out if you're looking for some interesting stories and things to listen to and content. You can catch us at c4challenge.com.
I love
Sean, send me those graphics for the new C4 Challenge so that we can post them on Instagram and Facebook and all that through Back of the Cereal Box so we can promote that a little bit more for you.
I got you.
I'm so proud of you, Sean. I love this challenge when you guys did it before, and it's just sitting where I sit. I love listening to the concept of I'm never going to have the experiences you have. And so this helps me see life from a different angle. I love it. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you. It's an honor, and it's awesome just being able to watch other creators create in a safe safe space.
That's fantastic. And you can follow me at backofthecerealbox.fun. That's going to be the focus. So there you go. And Tony, your creativemission.com, anywhere else they need to go?
They can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/aeroshipyard, or just look up Tony Snipes. You'll find me there.
You're fantastic. You got anything big coming up? Any events, any appearances?
Actually, I'm going to do a kind of like a webinar. It's going to be Zoom based, but it is what to do when you have too many ideas, and just try to help all of us creatives and entrepreneurial types just kind of sort it all out. So that's coming up on February the 26th, but I will be teasing on social media about that as it unfolds.
What time is that on the 26th?
That is going to be 11 a.m. Eastern time.
So we could do this show and then hop over and join your workshop.
Yes, I didn't want it to conflict with you guys' time frame, so that's why I pushed that time back.
You're a beautiful man, Tony Snipes.
Thank you. Thank you. Y'all are beautiful too. Love you guys.
Well, with that, I want to thank Willow Schuyler and the Hanging with Webb TV show folks for promoting our episodes across the interwebs. And of course, our sponsors on Buy Me a Coffee, Dave Mattingly, Cindy Kep, Crystal Raven Jones. You guys help us make the world go round. And if you want to be a supporter, if you want your name to show up on this title card, you can donate a box of cereal at buymeacoffee.com/cerealboxpod. And with that, I'm going to say so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, bonjour.
Au revoir.
Everybody have a great rest of the day, a great weekend. And until the next time, love you, mean it. We'll catch you on the flip side.
Peace.
Mwah.
Deuces.